All right, it's great to be back from vacation and trading again. I tweeted earlier that it's vacation was fantastic or amazing or whatever, but there's nothing better than coming back to a job that you love, right? Vacation at the end of vacation is not depressing like it used to be. So anyway, first day back, SPY kind of a narrow range, especially compared to Friday, but got my daily goal early, so it's good to be back making money again, even in kind of a cruddy, not much follow through market. Um, we'll show you this GTXI in a little bit, and you see something did follow through. So anytime that happens, it sort of bodes well for the small cap stocks. Um, when you see one or two start to follow through, a lot of times you'll see more follow through going forward in the near future. And again, that's where I live, is the small caps. That's where I make my living. So anyway, BlackBerry, BBRY. Is just interesting to me because it was one of the strongest stocks on the market. Man, I haven't said that in years, right? And then you've got a couple days down to support. So I want to watch that one for a potential bounce on Tuesday. MTCH. You can't see it on this chart, but it's sitting right at the 200-day. I don't keep the 200-day on my main chart. But it's sitting right at the 200-day after I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4-day sell-off and a couple good down days. So potential bounce on MTCH tomorrow, or Tuesday, which is tomorrow. CCIH was on watch today because it was down to support and the 20-day. And, it just put in a small little hammer candle today. Still interesting to me. There were no trades in it today, and volume was 221,000. So pretty thin, but if it's going to bounce, I'm thinking tomorrow will be the day. So I like the setup here. HDS, just another couple bottoming tails here around 31 bucks. I didn't take a trade in it today, but it's worth watching for a bounce. Nice little flush below the whole number 31 and a reversal. I really wasn't watching it though, but a nice bounce there. We'll see if it can. If it continues to hold support here, it might be, the next logical move might be up, so it's worth watching. GTXI was the big one today. Gapped up and just ripped it. It basically almost doubled, right, from its close on Friday. Certainly extended. We don't want to join the group of people that come home from work and say, wow, GTXI, tomorrow I'm in, right? You don't ever want to do that. But if you're a day trader, you do want to have this on watch for the next day. I'm sorry, really for the next week. But sometimes the very next day you get a low risk setup and a continuation play. So just keep this one on your radar going forward for the next week or so. TROV. I don't like the close on this one, but at one point today, this was a solid green candle. I even said on the mic, I said, look at the daily, it's beautiful. I said that, a couple hours into the session, or maybe 3 hours into the session, but I also said it doesn't have to close that way. I said by the end of the day, this could be at the low of day and kind of a red candle, and that's exactly what happened. So I like it less than I did. Here it is on 15, so it gapped up, sellers came in, and then it ripped through the highs. And you picture the daily when it was up around 120 today, all right? You had a solid green candle and really not much in the way. And it ended up giving it all back, or not including the gap, but gave back this big rally here, closing near its low of the day, which is sad because I liked the setup on an intraday basis, and now I like it a lot less, but we'll still keep it on watch, okay? ABIL, let's go to the daily here. I actually had 2 different trades in this one, made money on both of them today, and it ended up closing below the open too. So it ended up, we got the red to green in chat today right here around $1.20, and it ended up going ultimately to $1.45. 25-cent move on a $1.20 stock is nothing to sneeze at. This one, I don't know. It didn't close very strong, but we'll keep it on watch too. It's definitely getting some action lately. Excuse me. NK had this nice pop here and really was kind of flagging. I didn't have it on watch though, so I didn't catch a trade in it today. But nice volume for this stock, and for a moment it broke above this 493. More than a moment. Let's go to intraday. This is where it broke 493 right here, pulled back, and then had a nice pop through 5 before coming back down to around 490. Definitely worth watching for a continuation play tomorrow. That's NK. JMEI. Really nice volume and a strong close. This thing, again, it's not a big range. 257 to 289 was the range on the day, but nice relative volume for the stock. We'll see if we can get a continuation play in that one too. And then lastly, I've got OHGI, which is just after this pop and then a secondary pop, kind of consolidating, kind of flagging. We'll see. It goes on watch. Not in love with it. But we'll also find some gappers to possibly trade in the morning as well. Again, good to see GTXI, a small cap stock ripping today, and that might bode well for the summer. Last summer was amazing, and let's see if things can get going for the small caps this summer as well. All right, I'm done babbling. We'll see everybody tomorrow. Have a good night.